When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail that needs a few good smacks. Most species that make it to space have shown they have some edge that helped them out. Inherent tools that gave them the jump start, the climb into space. The Tshirt have saliva that polymerizes when combined with their sweat and the juices of various fruits. The Vrucht, while often vowel impaired, have such flexible, almost amorphous forms that they are able to manipulate items in 3 dimensions with just one limb, and often reach difficult locations by almost flowing up or through obstacles. Many predator species have famously sharp and precise cutting limbs, or sensory apparatus that are invaluable for materials engineering. The void swimmers' magnetic pulse organs allow them intuitive zero-G manipulation and refinement, while the core's forelimbs have the infamously sturdy, alternating layers of carbon composites, acting as shock ablating behind an organic steel shell. The point is, pretty much every item in the Space's toolbox is redundant to at least one race out there, aside from the one notorious outliner. Sure, their baseline physiology is built around growing at the edge of the gravitational limit for spaceflight, but for all that, they're still so squishy. No, shut up. I know about their bite strength, but nobody wants something that's been in one of their mouths, and even then, there's a fair chance they'll just try and eat whatever they use their mouthplace to chop. Astral wardens, but they're like an entire species of unattended larvae with full sets of manipulators and twice as prone to stick stuff in their faces. Their faces on a good day. I'll grant that humans, at least the genetic baseline Terran stock, have clever manipulators. Their senses are pretty solid too, but the fact of the matter is, for pretty much any modern task on a ship, they need a dozen tools. More after the fact if you let them get away with "I only need a wrench or hammer" for too long. They know it too. They have tools for everything. As we've established, making sure that they use their tools correctly is a task to try the very patience of the Sagely Swarm. May his vigilant slumber remain eternally unbroken. Just because they have every tool for the job, doesn't mean they'll use every tool for the job. That is where the insurance adjusters start frothing at their respiratory intakes. As an aside, they have a precursor species that was known as the tool-using humans. Most Starframe folk would think that such a species would be the ones we all know and love, loathe, fear, and speff in the galaxy today. Nope. The humans we get to deal with now are the thinking humans, as much as the various cranks would claim otherwise. It was a popular train of thought that their precursors thought of how to use their environment to make tools. The current stock think of ways to knowingly misuse their environment or tools. It seems increasingly plausible with every report that is anonymously posted to r/shitmyhumandid, even accounting for points farming falsehoods. This brings us to the true problem. Humans lack natural tools, at the degree most other races have been blessed with. This has made them inventive. A human lacking a tool, even by dint or being too lazy to go down the hall and retrieve it from the tool mount, a brief walk and easy excuse for a break, will often improvise. Planicide then involves finding rocks, plants, casings, and sufficiently sturdy life forms to drive in attachment spikes when doing structural work, for example. Or using all sorts of code-breaking stand-ins for fuses just for now. Or using a magnetic field folder intended to create safe suspensions of reactive materials to instead, somehow, make a 10mm socket out of folded and stabilized magnetic fields. Yes, Engineer Samuels, I know you read this forum when you're idle and shift. You brilliant lazy lunatic. The shipboard RFID tracker said the relevant piece has been behind your station's desk for a quarter now, by the way. A human with the correct tool is a force of nature. A human with the incorrect tool will make nature step out for a bottle of bottom-shelf intoxicant and weep.